I'm Berny Dohrmann. We're about to start an expo back here, and we'll be invaded by over 1,000 people. So you're Vincent Molina?
Yes, I am.
And you teach capital here?
Yes, I do. Business strategy and capital.
You started doing this in what year?
1995.
Can you count the millions you've raised for companies over all those years?
It's hard to count, but it would have to be probably 30 to 40 million collectively.
So you've got teams of people that help on capital. You've got SEC attorneys you work with, right?
Yes. Anything we go over with the client, it is verified by the attorney. They review it. They're the attorney, not me. So we work as a team to get everything done, so we can all be on the same page.
Do you just comply with the law?
Over comply with the law.
That's your standard?
Yes, it's my standard. If the client does not want to over comply with the law, I don't work with them.
So you're Chris Alder?
Yes, I am.
That's Piano Wizard.
This is Piano Wizard Academy.
You came here the first time. Did you have an invention all set up?
I joked that I had to borrow the napkin.
And how much money have you raised totally for this thing?
We've raised over $11 million.
Any of it come from CO Space?
Almost all of it.
Learn how to do that from here?
I learned everything here.
And you were there when he started raising money.
Oh, I saw Chris walk in. Yeah, I was a school teacher with an idea. And anybody can learn this. If I can teach a 15-year-old with their mother to present in an angel group to raise capital for their music career, and a 72-year-old to do it, anybody can learn it. It's like anything else. It's the education and the skill set training behind it. And people are so fear of it, but it's only about lessons. It's about learning it. And it's not hard to do at all if they're willing to learn it.
So you teach it to people that have raised millions, and they get so much out of it as well?
I've had people in this class that raise millions of dollars that sat into the capital classes and says, I learned so much more than I thought I knew.
So, I mean, they might get 2 out of 10, and now after your class, they're going to get 8 out of 10 to say yes, because they changed the tone button, not their channel.
Yes, they changed the tone button, they understand it better, they have new language, new presentation skills.
And they're doing it all on over-compliance.
Over-compliance. And that's one thing they've always said they appreciated. The fact that the people they worked with before never stressed over-compliance. It was like, we're going to be compliant, and now they feel safer. They feel like they're doing it better for them, better for their shareholders, and they won't have any problems.
And our class is one of the classes that is certified and approved by the International Crowdfunding Association.
I think there was no less than, 6 corporate SEC attorneys here teaching, not counting the former commissioner, all about securities and compliance. I learned so much about crowdfunding in that one class from the former commissioner that I would have never learned anywhere else.
So you're who?
My name is Daniel Rook.
You're doing what?
Building a video game theme park.
What's the budget for this whole thing?
$1 billion or $2 billion.
It's $1 billion or $2 billion. And what people don't realize is you pretty well got it.
That is true.
When you come through CO Space at your level doing $1 billion project, does it add any value?
I don't know where else you would go. The people who come here are just world players and leaders that have connections to the most unbelievable people you would ever imagine.
I had the Fortune guy say this is worth everything. I mean, what this does for me, and I just watch that they don't understand. Forgetting branding, strategy, all the markets, the channels, the customer base. You'll do a resort project, $500 million with one investor from Boca. I mean, that happens here too. The jumbo finance.
Jumbo finance happens all the time. As long as they're compliant and communicate what they're doing, people are attracted to their investments. And what's really interesting about that too is that they never know who the investors are. And we teach them to really communicate the value proposition of what they're doing. These investors seek them out. They're not around in this desperation, just dog-eat-dog environment. They're here to demonstrate what they're doing, show compliance. And I had somebody tell me just yesterday that somebody came up to them and said they wanted to invest in them. And I said, well, what did I do at the beginning of the week? They said, well, people are watching us, and so to practice, collaboration and cooperation and to help another person.
And then you've got a growing group of it's the favorite playground now for private equity, hedge funds, venture capital funds, because they can be invisible and anonymous and just spot the deals they want that are game changers on a worldwide basis.
The venture fund people that I've met here over this time and the time before, they love it because people are more prepared here. They're more compliant here. They have better plans, better strategies than they see out there. You have 40 or so instructors here, and they're meeting all during the week till like 7 in the morning to midnight for 4 or 5 days, or if they come for their bonus classes all day long, and they're consulting. They're not charging these fees to do all this. They're consulting them all week long for free. And they can come back. If they don't come back for the week because they're too busy, doing their deals and growing their businesses, they come back for 4 days and get the same kind of support. And so this becomes a playground for them to come back over and over again to find the best deals for them that meets their criteria beyond what they're getting presented in their own groups. If these people are tithing their time to give back to these people, what does it say about the quality of people that are here? And the quality of the projects that are here, and the safety nets, and the ways they can handle things as they come up.
You say this is the best risk containment on the planet?
Yes. I mean, I don't know where else there is that your risk is reduced because of the talent you have here and the continuous support. Companies get funded. They go out to shoot, usually prematurely. The risk is so high because they have no else support, nowhere to go with the top people in the world to help them along the way, whether they have to course correct or they get advice, and usually before they even reach that point. It's just a risk reducer.
So now you're doing this stuff all over the world?
Yeah, we're just launching on 6 platforms, and 6 versions on 4 platforms this year, actually next month, and it's going to go international.
What's happened this week for you? Anything happened this week?
Great traction. Great team members, great alliances, but capital as well. We've just finished our development, and now we're ready to launch onto the iPhone, iPad platforms, which is a huge win for us because we can reach millions of kids. We've got a up-and-coming teen superstar, Symphonique, with a TV show called How to Rock on Nickelodeon. She's in her 2nd and 3rd year, have already been renewed.
Where's that ranked?
Her show in April hit the top of the TV cable for everything. It beat SpongeBob, it beat Game of Thrones, it beat everything. So she's on the ascendance here. She is there. They want to make her another Hannah Montana or Justin Bieber.
That's the #1 show for kids right now in the world.
She's a superstar. She sings like Michael Jackson married Aretha Franklin. It's amazing.
So you got her, and she sang here at the Forum.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, that was when I really found out about her through a contact here that had a relationship with her, and it was
that he met from me because Master P, her daddy, is a good friend of mine. But I'm saying, as you work with Symphonique, what does she do for you?
Well, we've got her as a licensed artist, so we have her songs in our game and her likeness, but more importantly, our partner, Children's Education Network, has all her web marketing rights. So we'll be giving away a free app to all of her websites, or Symphonique, or Symphonique.com, or Facebook, or YouTube, or MySpace, or Twitter. He controls all of that. So Nickelodeon will drive $50 million worth of branding toward her name, and if the people go and search and find our web marketing partner and find our apps and download millions of these apps.
And now you've come back to this place how many times?
I can't count anymore. It's 5 times every year for 11,
why do you come
60 times.
Why do you come back?
Every time I'm in a new place, I need new things. I have new things to share. I mean,
no matter how big you get, I mean, you have people that will help you. This is your think tank.
And you come back to people who know you and people who have grown themselves, and it's very interesting to see strategic alliances that maybe in early days were not even there, but now that you've moved closer, you're in parallel, and you start reconnecting. I reconnected with Adrian today after 4 years, and she literally got us on the Ricky Lake show starting in September. When you need something, I remember when I was dealing with Fisher Price and I needed a toy licensing attorney. This guy came in, I said, "Have you ever dealt with Fisher Price?" He said, "Yeah." "When's the last time you dealt with him?" "Last week." And he helped me protect me against some pretty tough lawyers on the Fisher Price side.
You know, I've sat in on entrepreneur classes at the university level. I was on the hiring review board at a college. You don't get this in college. You get some fundamentals, but you don't get the entire spectrum of business strategy, raising capital, you know, strategic planning, sequence branding, everything all together. It's impossible to teach that way in just 1 or 2 semesters or 2 years. This is hands-on from people in the game now. You know,
well, people don't realize, you know, it's put together as a compression for busy Fortune people. I mean, it was originally all Fortune leaders. And I'm saying they love this. They come in their private plane because they can't compress a tune-up like this anywhere in the world.
Oh, they can. And the people that walk in here are the nicest people on the planet. All those top executives from the Fortune companies, you know, they come in here because they know it's a respectful, safe environment to tithe their time, you know, and also to do the deals with integrity people, with really high integrity core values that matches who they are versus the dog eat dog, and they have to kind of weed through to get to people. This is a place to come.
You've been here a long time, but we're not kidding when we say guys at the Super Bowl level making 15, 25 million, you know, and their kids in their 20s, movie stars, A-level celebrities, music, Symphonique, you know, on Nickelodeon, they're here. They're really here.
Oh, Emmy Warming, Grammy Warming, Clio's. I've been some of the first investors in some of the biggest companies that you've seen out there. I've gone up to, you know, platinum warming artists saying, "How are you doing in the elevator? How can I help you? You know, what are you here this week for?" And they're looking at me because they're just not used to it. They're looking at me like, "What's your agenda?" And then when you start to find out, they're like, "Wow, there's really people that." They don't look at me because I want to, you know, a platinum. You know, I won the Academy Award, the Grammys. They get that the genuality of they're genuine. And it's so funny because I love doing that. I love when we have new members of that level and going, "How can I help you?" Just to see the reaction.
All the faculty do it. That's what they don't realize. You're all...
They're all getting hit. Oh my gosh, it's just not one person, you know, who drank the Kool-Aid. You know, they actually get because you're getting all the time and not clawing at them.
Be safe. It's so much fun.
Nice to see them transition into there's a safe environment to be who they are. They're family people. They have children, and they're respected.
Hi, this is Jerry Foster, and I just got off the stage in front of 500 people. I was there delivering my message on how to create a super brand, a brand that can become a household name one day. You're looking for assistance, this is where you find it. If you're looking for capital, this is where you find it. If you're looking for customers, this is where you find it. There's no other place on the planet where such a gathering of entrepreneurs, like-minded entrepreneurs like yourself who want to grow, who want to ramp up and hyper-grow their businesses to new heights and new levels of success, this is where they come to get it done.